I'm Kimberley Long, Asia Editor of The Banker, and I'm here today with Rajnish Kumar, Chairman of State Bank of India. Thank you very much for joining us today, Rajnish.
Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. So to start with, I wanted to ask you just a few questions around banking in India and how the bank is performing. So
You're welcome.
the bank has seen, well, India as a whole has seen a lot of issues with non-performing loans, and the central bank has become a lot stricter because of this. Can you give me some insight on how the bank has been coping with this challenge?
So as far as State Bank of India is concerned, we have been grappling with this problem for last, I would say, 4 years. And the financial year March 18, that was the peak in terms of declaring the NPAs and provisioning. And after that, the moderation has started happening. Fresh slippages are very much under control. Many of the large assets have been resolved. The provision coverage ratio, not only for State Bank of India, for most of even the private corporate banks and public sector banks, it has gone up significantly. For us, the provision coverage ratio as compared to the previous year is almost up by 1100 basis points. So that is a big improvement. And bank has taken a lot of steps in terms of the processes, underwriting standards, early warning signals, post-sanction monitoring, to ensure that the credit quality remains robust and the credit costs are brought down to an affordable level.
And we've also seen with India going through a lot of changes because of demonetization. What has been the outcome of this? Has there been a move towards digital, or are consumers still really sticking with cash?
So it is both. There has been exponential growth as far as digital transaction is concerned. But as far as the cash in the economy in relation to the GDP is concerned, it is back to pre-demonetization level. So cash as well as digital both coexist, and I believe that for some time they will continue to coexist. India is a very large country. The income levels are very different. The digital adoption levels are very different. At the same time, what demonetization did was the formalization of the income economy. There are more taxpayers now when they were before demonetization. So if it is to be measured only in terms of digitization and cash, I think it has given big boost to the digitization, and it has been helped by the developments in the ecosystem. Now the UPI, which is a unique innovation as far as the payment system is concerned, if we look at the number of transactions, the growth is humongous. And that is what will drive the digital. State Bank of India, we are also leading from the front as far as digitization of the payment system and the banking system is concerned.
Okay, great. And finally, India is predicted to see incredibly high levels of growth this year and possibly performing better than China. So can you give me some idea about the reasons for this, and also if this growth level can be sustained?
So nobody is happy at 7% growth in India. They want it to be higher. And they want it to be higher because still the poverty levels are high in India. And if the country has to come out and increase its per capita income, then even 7% growth is not considered to be sufficient. So it is all relative. If you compare with other economies, India is the best performing economy. But if you look at the requirement of India, then a faster growth rate is required. And I consider it to be sustainable because, one, the infrastructure is spent in the economy by the government has increased and a lot of investment is happening place. Consumer spending is by and large intact, and there is a growing middle class. So the rate can be faster, but even if it is at 7%, so it's not bad. But as I said, it needs to be better.
Okay. Excellent. Well, thank you very much for speaking with me, and I hope you have a very enjoyable time here in Fiji at the conference.
Thank you so much.